need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, come on! Ready? Here we go, here we go. Check. I want to work.
They'll run with the third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check safety.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He'll find his tight end. That's Ben Broniker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Stop! Right 18. Check. Red, top.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Bears.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
The 44-yard line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Motion. Red, top. Hey, Delta. Mike 51.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's a run. They're running it. Check 99.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Yellow lady. Defense, no game. Come on, Mahar. Ready, move. 21. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Watch the action.
C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Set. Blue 60. 21. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check. Check 20. Bang.
Out of the gun, Stanford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check. Watch 80. Man, go. Alert. Hey, Steve 6.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash. General West. Hey, 54. Hey, Echo. Check 59.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
He gets him moving forward again with an 8-yard run, but they'll still be left with 14 yards to go on 3rd. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd and 14 coming up. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Zero. Mike Buck 9. You better bring it. 53. Ready. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check, check. Fresno.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown! touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Zero.
Now it's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Set. Red 80. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he fires one incomplete. Amendola, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Monday.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Set. 280. 11.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They find some open field. Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On third down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coach are both larger than life.
No doubt.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
51, Mike 51.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Bears.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Go! 180! 40's a month. Hey, defense, let's go!
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Go! Motion. Hey, check motion, man.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. And when people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
Hey, boy. Here we go.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Danny Amendola. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half. They got tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Middle.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Double right.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He's not going to get me. Hey, switch gears.
Stafford looks to throw again. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing again is Stafford. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike to 59. I don't think you got it, son.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Stafford into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, ball. 51, 51. Stay with you, guys.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Got three down. Hey, alert. 51 is Mike 51. Watch the backer. Hey, exit.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now Trubisky on third and long. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devon Kennard in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check 31. Check 31.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set. 250. Mike, 58. Right. Hey, 5-0. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey,
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
They were looking to throw, holding in the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Stafford completing it to the right side. Johnson. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set. 280. Mike's 59. Check, 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 check.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set. 280. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm here all day. '59's Mike. '59's Mike. Check.
Again, it's Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start things on first with Troy Cullen. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Look. 40's the mic. 40's the mic.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He was brought down by
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's go. I know.
Here's Trubisky. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, 18. Shit. Mike 51. Let's go. 51's the Mike.
Now Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
He's coming, double up. Watch the safety creep. Pilot, 64, weak.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
first down. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Back now at Ford Field. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. This one left side, caught by Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Trubisky will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Adam Shaheen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Runs through the contact. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or maybe just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. The first down carry here for Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike. Set. Lady. 59. Cut. Slam.
Again, it's Johnson. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. It's caught. Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Set! Number 20! Line 59! Bandit! Bandit!
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check, 250. Check, 59. You better be afraid of me.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Ready? 80. 59. Come on, D. Safe. 50.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Danny Amendola, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch tomorrow.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, let's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Trubisky to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Christian Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Come on now, let's go!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's get off the field.
Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be called well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And that will get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Check 59, Mike.
Stafford now to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 9, check 9. Watch tight end.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Go! 180! Go! Twist, 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 twist! 18. Mike 51, Mike 51. Yes.
Now what can Trubisky do here in overtime? And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get this. Motion.
Now it's Trubisky. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And his guys are going to take over their own 38-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? but I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Big hit. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 47-yard line.
Hey, 50.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Mike. 180. 10. I'm here all day. Switch. Zebra. Kill.
The left side completion to Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You mind? Check 26. Check. Jim.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Give me some.
He's going to go. Touchdown, Detroit. What a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Lions, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.